Anthony Edwards too confident? Now, as sports enthusiasts and sports fans, we all love a confident player. But is Anthony Edwards too confident too soon? Now, many of us believe that Anthony Edwards is the next face of the league, and I happen to be one of those people. And we remember the clip where he was telling former President Obama that he was the truth. But now Anthony Edwards is down 3-1 to the OKC Thunder, who I believe will be your next NBA champions. And even though I just said some negatives, let's talk about some positives. Just this season, he's taken down the Lakers, who have LeBron James and Luka Doncic. He's taken down the Warriors, and even though they didn't have Stephen Curry, they still had Draymond Green, and they still had Jimmy Butler. And if that's not enough, he's taken down for the second year the Denver Nuggets, who arguably have the best player in the world right now in Nikola Jokic, and they also have Jamal Murray. And not only that, this is his second year making it to the Western Conference Finals. In spite of the trade, they got rid of Karl Anthony Towns, but he's still there. Not only that, he is also a member of Team USA, and he's done all of this by the tender age of only 23 years old. So I believe, and I'm going to say, that Anthony Edwards is not too confident too soon. And I believe that there are some lessons that we can learn from Anthony Edwards. But before I get into that, I think that Anthony Edwards, and I love him. One of the things I love so much about him is that he's extremely confident. And we all know that there's a thin line between confidence and arrogance. So I want to talk about that difference and some lessons that I believe that we can learn from Anthony Edwards. So what's going on, guys? It's Coach Mac back here once again, not only helping you with basketball, but helping you with life. So let's talk about arrogance. One attribute of arrogance is, I believe, that it puts others down while putting yourself on a pedestal, and it makes you think that you're better than others. Not only that, is it makes you believe that you did all of this yourself without the help of others. Those are just two attributes that I believe are that arrogance displays. All right. And then confidence, on the other hand, is you recognize others and appreciate their talents. That is someone who's secure, and you trust in your abilities based on the work that you've put in. This is where you get confidence from. Also, confidence is realizing that you couldn't have gotten to where you are without the help of somebody else, and you acknowledge that. A lot of times, arrogant people say that they did it all themselves, while confident people realize that they're good, they put in the work, but it was somebody who helped them along the way and is responsible or played a big part in them having the position that they have. So we always see Anthony Edwards give kudos and props to other players, and he'll say, man, he tore us up, or he's good, or I looked up to him back when I was coming up. But one thing that he always does is he says, but I believe that I'm just as good, if not better than they are, and we are going to win. So that I don't believe that Anthony Edwards is too confident. I just believe that he's going through some growing pains. But like I said, there are some lessons that we can learn from Anthony Edwards that's going to help us in our sport, but not only in our sport, that's going to help us in life as well. Number one is Anthony Edwards is a competitor, and he has fun competing. You always see him smiling. You always see him. He has energy. He's very charismatic. You can tell that he's enjoying himself and that he's having fun. And he does not back down as a character. He didn't back down against the Lakers. He didn't back down against the Warriors. And he didn't back down against the Nuggets. He does not back down. Even though he might not necessarily play well all the time, one thing you can say about him is that he does not back down. So, number one, be a competitor is in what it is that you do, especially your sport, and remember to have fun. All right, this guy is in the NBA. He is at the top of his career, and you can see that he's having fun. So if he is having fun, then you should as well. Number 2, he gives others their flowers, but he's confident. I mentioned this before. You always see Anthony Edwards talking about how good someone else is, but he's also confident in his own abilities. This lets me know that Anthony Edwards is secure. So you don't want to be that insecure person who is putting down others, who's not acknowledging their talents. One measure of a secure person, of a confident person, is that they can acknowledge the talents of other people, but while also acknowledging theirs. Number 3 is that Anthony Edwards believes in himself when no one else does. Not only in himself, but in his teammates. And I remember before he was talking about with the Lakers, he was saying that they thought they were saying Lakers in 5. They were saying Lakers in 5, but he never doubted himself. He didn't matter. It did not matter if he was going against LeBron or Luka or whoever it was. He never doubted himself and his teammates. So lessons that I believe that we can learn from Anthony Edwards, just to do a recap. Number 1, be a competitor and have fun. Number 2, give others their flowers, but be confident in your own abilities at the same time. Number 3, always believe in yourself, even if no one else does. So as we wrap up talking about Anthony Edwards and Mr. Confident, as I call Anthony Edwards, be sure that you check out Mr. Consistency himself in SGA, because I believe that there are lessons that we can learn, as you see in this video, from Mr. Confident and Anthony Edwards, and then Mr. Consistent in SGA. So be sure to check out that video as well.